Good afternoon, students. Welcome to our class. Today we are going to complete our yesterday's remaining topic. That is nothing but types of elasticity of demand. Before going for that, you should have to know the meaning. What do you mean by elastic demand and inelastic demand? See, when a small change in price leads to a greater change in demand, it represents to the elasticity of demand. See, for example, when the price of the refrigerators falls, many customers may postpone their purchase. When they say that when the price is coming down, why shall we have to purchase? Psychologically, they will not be prepared for purchasing that. On the same hand, when there is a greater change in the price of the commodity here in the sense goods, it may induce only a slight change in demand. This represents the inelastic of demand. For example, if the price of the salt varies the consumers by almost the same quantity, in this case the demand is elasticity. See what will happen here. The demand for the salt is there. Why? Because every people's uh, the salt for them and for their houses are a necessity good. Even though if the cost of the salt is 10 rupees kg, if you have increased it for 20 rupees also, people will purchase that. And this process and this varies the inelasticity of demand. Whereas on the first example, when we have increased the price of the refrigerator or when we have increased the price of the gold, luxurious goods, then what will happen? The people will not make their mindset to purchase the goods, and this is comes under the elasticity of demand. Now we will go according to our syllabus. We will go with the first elasticity of demand, that is a price elasticity of demand. What do you mean by price elasticity of demand? The law of demand states that the quantity demanded of a good will vary inversely with the price of the good. Here's the spelling mistake. The good during a given time period, but it does not tell how much the quantity demanded will change in response to a price change. To measure the responsibility of the quantity demand of a good to a change in the price of the good, a measurement called price elasticity is used. See what is happening when the quantity demand of a good will inversely vary with the price of the good during a given period of time, but it does not tell how much quantity demanded will change in response to a price change. So these causes will bring the price elasticity of demand here. Price elasticity of demand is an economic measure of the change in the quantity demand or purchase of a product in relation to its price change. Expressed mathematically, that means according to the mathematical expressions, the formula of the price elasticity of demand is percentage change in the quantity demanded by percentage change in price. Yeah, see here on the screen, this is the formula of the price elasticity of demand, PED, that is percentage quantity in delta in quantity divided by percentage delta in price. Now here one more thing, what are the, again in price elasticity of demand we are having 5 types of price elasticity. In the last class we have done with one formula and with one problem of the price elasticity. Now we'll go what are the different types of price elasticity. The first one is perfect elasticity, second one perfect inelasticity. See, the first one is perfect elasticity, second one perfect inelastic, perfect elastic one, perfect inelastic one, second one, third one unitary elastic, fourth one relatively elastic, fifth one relatively inelastic. So we will go in the deep knowledge about all these 5 types of price elasticity of demand one by one with good examples and figure. Now the first one we will go for the perfect elasticity of demand. See, demand is what? Demand is said to be a perfect elasticity when the perfect elasticity demand coefficient is equal to infinity. When E is equal to infinity, when demand is perfectly elastic, when the demand is perfectly elastic, when the demand is full, the buyers will only buy at one price and no other. Perfect elasticity demand. This is called perfect elastic demand. When the demand for a good is perfectly elastic, any increase in the price will cause to the demand of to drop to zero. It will drop it automatically. If you see in the picture here, E is equal to infinity. When the quantity, when we are increasing, when the demand is creating, the quantity will also decrease. When we are decreasing the demand, the quantity will also be decreased. So this is in the horizontal way. E is equal to equity for the plastic elasticity of demand. Now, plastic inelasticity of demand, what does it mean? Perfectly inelastic demand is a situation where there no change in quantity demanded, even there is change in price of the goods. Then the demand is said to be perfectly inelastic. See what is happening? Simply mean no change in demand for change in price. Even if we are changing the price, if you are making some less discount rate, but there will be no demand, and it will be this process is known as perfectly inelastic. See, if you see in the picture, it is in the totally vertical one. Even though the price, this is P is price, this is the equal. When we increase the price, the demand will be same. When we decrease the price, the demand will also be the same. So what is happening by this? This situation is known as perfectly inelastic demand. Now we will go for the third one, that is the unit elastic demand, unitary elastic demand. Unique elastic demand referred to as a demand in which any change in the price of the good leads to an equally proportionally change in quantity demanded. In other words, unit elastic demand implies that the percentage change in quantity demanded is exactly the same as the percentage change in price. Whatever the change in price will be there, that means the percentage change in quantity demand is exactly the same percentage change in price. Even though when the demand is changing, the price will also change. If you see here in this diagram, see, this is the price and this is the quantity. When the demand is high, the price is also high. When the demand is down, when the demand is decreasing, the price is also decreasing. So with this is nothing but the unitary elastic demand. Now coming to the another one, if I take you one more example, this is the 0 to x-axis. This is x-axis denotes the quantity of the product or the demand, and this is the y-axis, where y-axis is showing the price of the commodity or goods and how the demand is working. See, in the equity, that means in the first one, perfect elasticity, E is equal to infinity, whereas in elasticity, E is equal to 0. But coming to the unitary, E is equal to 1. How? Have a look here. See, when we are increasing that means 0 to quantity, when the quantity is increased, the price is decreased. When we increase the price, the quantity is decreased. When we decrease the price, the quantity is increased. So what's happening? When the price is high, the quantity is less. So demand is here is equal to 1 constant. Whereas when the price is decreased, the quantity is also increased, and here the demand unitary, the quantity unitary is in elastic form. It is in the demand. So that is nothing but is equal to 1 over here. Now relatively elastic demand. See, this is going to the little bit slope, steep is going here. Whereas the first one, perfect elasticity, it is totally horizontal. Perfect inelasticity, it is totally vertical. Coming to the unitary, it is little bit slope. Okay. Now coming to the relative elastic demand, when the percentage change in quantity demanded is greater than the percentage change in price. See, when here the formula, it has been mentioned clearly that when the percentage change in quantity demand, when the demand of the quantity is greater than the percentage change in price, the demand is said to be elastic, or in other words, relatively small changes in price cause relatively large changes in quantity. See here in the figure, with the help of the figure, you can able to understand. Before that, I want to tell you with an example what do you mean by relatively elastic demand. Relatively elastic demand has a particular application as a demand for many of products respond in the same manner with respect to change in their prices. For example, you take any example, I'll give you a small example. The price of a particular brand of cool drinks increases from rupees 15 to rupees 20. In such a case, consumer may switch to another brand of cold drink. He may purchase, but rather than the same thing he is getting within the 15 rupees of another brand cool drinks, he prefer first to that. So here, but slightly it is getting. So when here, see in the picture, this is Q1 is equal to quantity, Q2 is equal to quantity 2, P1 is price 1, P2 is price 2. When the product of P1 is here, the quantity is here. When we just decrease the little bit price, or we are giving some discounts, or when we are giving some extra like buy one get one free or 20% 25% cool drink extra we are giving, the people are the quantity is increasing here. So as a result, what is having, E is greater than 1, E. So what is happening here, E is talking about the elasticity of the demand. This is the demand here. When the price was P1 here, it is this much. When the price of the good is this much, then the quantity. So here slightly it is just coming like rectangular hyperbola. It's little bit is coming over here. So this is nothing but the relatively elastic demand. Now another one, relatively inelastic demand. What do you mean by that? Relatively inelastic demand is one when the percentage change produced in demand is less than the percentage change in the price of a product. For example, if the price of a product increases by 30% and the demand for the product decreases only by 10%, then the demand would be called relatively inelastic. In simple words, it has been mentioned clearly there. That means if the price of a product increases by 30% and the demand of the product decreases by 10%, then the demand is known as, when the price is high and the demand is less, then this process is known as uh, relatively inelastic demand. See, for example, what will happen, these are the examples. With the help of examples, I hope you can understand. Petrol, those with cars will need to buy petrol to get to work. That means at any cost, if the prices are increasing or decreasing, they have to purchase the petrol. That means they have to pour the petrol in their vehicle. That is confirmed. Cigarettes, the person who is addicted to the smoking will buy the cigarette with a pay of high price also. If he is increasing the price also, definitely they will purchase, but little bit slightly quantity will change here. In place of purchasing a one packet, he will purchase a half packet. So this is will happen, but it will no stock will be there. Coming to the salt, no close substitutes are there. If on behalf of salt, can we take some other things? No, we have to purchase. That means here the monopoly is taking place. Chocolates, no close substitutes. When the children are forcing to the parents to purchase them the chocolates, damn sure the parents should have to purchase it if the price is high or less. So this situation is nothing but when the price is having, that means the price is increased and the demand has been decreased less amount, even though this process is known as price relatively inelastic demand. Now see the picture here. When the price is P1 is here, the quantity is this much. When the price has been increased, that means when the price has been decreased, P2, the quantity is also increased. So demand is totally, E is elastic is less than 1. So it will come from 0 to 1. So relatively elastic demand. When the quantity, when we just decrease the quantity, the price will be high. If the demand is less, for example, in this lockdown or in this rainy season, people are getting shortage of food items. So the cost of the vegetable or the milk packet was 40 rupees per half liter. If in this lockdown or in this scenario, if they are purchasing, that means the stock is less, he can sell that packet of 40 rupees into at the rate of rupees 45 also, or 50 rupees also. People should have to purchase that because there is no other substitute on behalf of the milk. If a baby is need enough in milk, the parents will purchase the milk for the baby even though the price is high. So but the quantity will be less little bit. So this source of demand is known as relatively inelastic demand. Now coming to the picture, see here it has been mentioned total price elasticity of demand are 5 types. When elasticity of price is infinity, what are the descriptions are there? So this is very important for your examination sector. What I had explained, everything I has mentioned in the paragraph wise. You can follow it up with the help of examples I have mentioned. Next, coming to the second elasticity of demand, that is income elasticity of demand. So first one is price elasticity of demand, second one is income elasticity of demand. So income elasticity of demand refers to the sensitivity of the quantity demanded for a certain good to a change in real income of consumers who buy this good, keeping all other things constant. With income elasticity of demand, you can tell if a particular goods represents a necessity or a luxury. See, the formula for calculating income elasticity of demand is the perfect change uh, in quantity demanded divided by the percent change in income. Businesses use the measure to help predict the impact of a business cycle on sales. So what is happening here? It is nothing but the income of the consumers who is going to buy the goods, keeping all the things constant, which is talks about the elasticity of the income elasticity of the demand. That means keeping on the that means depend on the income or the source of income of an individual of a customer, the income elasticity demand will work. Overall here it want to say. Now coming to the according to the mathematical expressions, the formula for the income elasticity of demand is percentage change in quantity demanded by percentage change in income. Symbolically it is expressed as EY is equal to delta Q by delta Y into Y by Q. Now according to the big experts here, what is income of elasticity of demand? According to Watson, he is used to say that income elasticity of demand means the ratio of the percentage change in the quantity demanded to the percentage change in income. In the words of Richard G. Lipsey, the responsiveness of demand to change in income is termed as income elasticity of demand. Say for example here, suppose a customer income is increased by 10%, which result in a rise in demand by 10%. Then income elasticity will be 10% by 10% equal to 1. This implies the commodity is a normal good. See, whatever the consumer goods, if a consumer is increased his salary or his wages has been income has been increased by 10%, even though the demand is will be same in the market. But whereas if the 15% of salary has been hiked in the income of a consumer, then consumers declines the demand for commodities by 4.5%. Then the income elasticity will be 4.5% divided by 15% is equal to 0.3 minus 0.2, that will be. So what we understand that here it implies a commodity is inferior good. So what is a good we have to understand, either the good is in a positive, that means normal goods, necessity goods, inferior goods, and positive and negative goods. So all these things we have learned in the last classes. Now we will go for the types of income elasticity of demand. So here also we are having 5 income elasticity of demand. The first one is high elastic, second one unitary, so third one low elastic, fourth one zero elastic, and last one negative elastic. To come for this, here is the pictures so that you can able to understand how these figures are definition. That means this is dividing and how it is helping. Now coming to the first one, the high elasticity of demand. What do we mean by that? First we will go for the high elasticity of demand. What is happening here? In the high elasticity of demand, when the income is, then the quantity is when the y1, that means here the price is little bit increased, the quantity is changing, the demand is there for the product. Here y is equal to is greater than 1. Now coming to the unitary elastic, when the proportionate, that means when the proportionate change in quantity demand is equal to proportionate change in income, it can be said as unitary income elasticity. For example, suppose the income of a consumer is increased by 50%, which leads to rising in quantity demanded by 50%. In such a case, the elasticity would be called unitary, that is unitary elasticity demand is equal to 1. Now if you see in the picture here also, what is happening? Unitary elastic demand, it denotes equal to 1 when the income of the person has been increased, the demand of the quantity is also increasing, the purchasing quantity that the purchasing demand of the person is also increasing. Okay, see, when he was purchasing, when he was earning at the rate of 5, when his salary was 5%, his demand was also this much, Q1 5%. When his salary has been increased, or his source of increase, his source of income has reached to the 50%, then his demand, that means purchasing quantity also increase. So what do we understand, that when an individual is earning more, that means his demanding or his purchasing quantity will also increase. So this process is known as unitary elastic demand. Now, low elastic demand, when the proportionate change in quantity demanded is less than the proportionate change in income, it can be regarded as low income elasticity. For example, let us assume the income of Sumit. Mr. Sumit is increased by 50%, but he extended his quantity demand by 25% only. In such a case, the income elasticity is low, that is elasticity of demand is less than 1. Low elasticity of demand is 1. See here in the picture what it denotes. It denotes, that means when the quantity, that means he was having 50% of his salary was there, but when it has been decreased, so again he is coming down over here. So low elasticity demand is taking place. Is that clear? So this X and X1 denotes the quantity demand units, and Y and Y1 denotes about the income in rupees of an individual. Now, coming to the next one, zero elastic. It can be said as zero when there is no change in quantity are demanded with respect to change in income. For example, in the case of necessary goods, the income elasticity is zero, as there is no effect on the increase in consumers' income of his consumption, that is, YD is equal to zero. What does it mean? The income elasticity is, there is no effect on the increase in consumers' income. Even though if the consumers' income has been increased, then it won't affect on the purchasing quantity. It will be the same. When, see, when the price, when he was earning at the rate of Y, the price was this much, his purchasing quantity was this much. When, even though his source of increase has been, that means his source of income has been increased, even though his purchasing quantity is that much only. So this type of demand is known as zero elasticity demand. Okay, now coming to the next one, negative elasticity. It refers to the situation where an increase in income leads to a fall in quantity demand. See, these are the important words to keep in mind when we are going with this graph. Now the income elasticity is negatively particularly for inferior goods as well as for given goods. What do you mean by given goods? In the last class we discussed given goods are those goods when the price is increasing, the demand for the product is also increasing. For example, in the emergency time, in the war time, what will happen? The bread shortage of the bread will be there. So what will happen when we are increasing the price on the bread? The purchasing quantity or the quantity or the demand of the product will also be high. So this process is known as given goods. For example, if the income of a consumer is increased, he would prefer to purchase wheat instead of millet. In such a case, millet is inferior to wheat and elasticity is negative. How? See in the picture. What is happening here? Y and Y1. This is quantity 1 and Q and Q2. When the quantity is here, when the quantity is high and his purchasing quantity is very less, also when the price has been increased, see here, when the price is increased even though the quantity has been decreased, so no change. So what's happening here? At least when the quantity was this much and it has been gone to this much. So what is happening? The quantity demand in units are decreased and this leads to the negative elastic demand. Now coming to the picture here, see here, income elasticity of has been increased. Explain increase in income. So inferior goods. What do you mean by inferior goods? That will fall in demand, like Tesco valued bread. That means the bread which is the inferior goods, which is a good example. Now income elastic, small rise in demand. When the small rise in demand, what will happen? In place of, apart from bread, people started purchasing apples also. When the income elasticity is luxury, that means the percentage of the people's buying, purchasing capacity of an individual is high, is more again, then the bigger percent raise in demand will be. For example, organic bread they will see. They will not go for the normal bread. They'll see again the quality bread here. So what do you understand? Here inferior is higher income but buy less. But coming to the higher, that means in the increase in income, what will happen? Both are normal goods will be there, but less income is equal to higher demand. What in by higher demand is equal to normal goods manner higher income. So that this deals with the price or income elasticity of demand. Now we'll go with the third one, that is the cross elasticity of demand. First we have to understand what do you mean by cross elasticity of demand. See here on the screen with the help of a small definition. Cross elasticity of demand measures of, that means what does it do? The measures of responsiveness of the demand for a good towards the change in the price of a related good is called cross price elasticity of demand. It is always measured in percentage terms. Related goods are of two kinds. One is the substitutes and complementary goods. Now for example, if the price of a coffee increases, the quantity demanded for coffee still sticks drops as consumers are drinking less coffee and need to purchase fewer sticks. In the formula, numerator quantity demanded of still sticks negative and the denominator the price uh, denominator the price of is positive. So what do you mean by here? So then the price is increasing, that means here in the picture if you see here, when the complements are close and if which the complements are weak, the difference between these two talks about the cross price elasticity of demand. See here on the first picture, demand for B a product is here. A small fall in price of A causes a large rise in demand for B. This is the price of A and this is the demand for B product quantity. When the price was P1, the quantity, the goods were this much. When we just decrease the price little bit, the quantity has, the demand of the quantity was this much. So what do you call this? This is called cross price elasticity. That means when the prices are decreasing, the demands are increasing. Now in the second one, this is known as when the demand is increasing but the quantity is more. When the quantity is more, so this is known as demand. That means close complements. Coming to the weak complements, when the price is P1 here, the quantity is this much same. When we decrease more price, when the prices fall down, the quantity will also be fall down. So what here is talking, the people will say that the demand is not there. Here the demand is not creating. So what is happening? The line is the demand curve has fallen. For this I want to tell you example. In this decade you may have listened that the price of the chicken was per kg 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 5 or 10, because chikungunya was going on and some kind of bird flu was going on. So the government has given instructions not to eat chicken. So what they have done, the prices has fell down. Even though when the prices has fell down, the purchasing, the quantity of the goods also fall down. So this process or this source is known as weak complements of a cross price elasticity of demand. Yeah, now what is the formula of the cross elasticity of demand? Percentage change in quantity demand for goods X by percentage change in price of goods Y. Symbolically it's denoted as, you can see here, cross elasticity of demand is equal to initial quantity demanded for good X by initial price of good Y into change in price of good by change initial quantity demand for goods X. So this is the formula you have to keep in mind, and depending on that they will give the problems to you. So I hope students you understand the topic and concept. Please mention your roll number in the comment box. Thank you. Have a nice day.